Friday before the Saturday dual meet between Overley and Chesterbrook. Joe, you guys suffered a surprising loss to Tuckahoe on Wednesday. They took second over you guys. You guys received to get second. Going to this dual meet, are you guys a little shaken? How are you guys going to come back after this?
Well, first, I don't think it was a surprise. Okay, Tuckahoe had some extremely high seeds. They had some unbelievable swims. You know, you got to give credit to Jesse and his staff. He had their kids up for that. They've been doing a great job all year. And yeah, the bottom line is that they swam really, really well. And you know, when you go to a meet like that for Division I Relay Carnival, you're so mostly pumped and stuff. You have some great swims there, and then you have to come back and do it again, where a lot of the teams in lower divisions don't. To get into All-Star Relay Carnival, they don't have to do as well to maybe say qualify, so they haven't dropped as much time as they would have if they had competition across the board. And so they get to All-Star Relay Carnival, and they swim great and have significant time drops. So, you know, we were pretty happy. We had some great swims on Wednesday night. We had some so-so swims and are right about their times, and then we had a bunch of swims that were, or we had a few swims that were less impressive. But, you know, in a meet like that, unless you're head and tails above everybody, it's almost anybody's game, and you know, that's why you swim it. So, you know, hats off to Tuckahoe, hats off to everybody else. We were pretty happy when we looked at the times and where we were, and so, you know, take it and move on and go from there.
All right. Well, what have you been doing to get your kids ready for tomorrow?
Now,
or what have the seniors been doing?
The big thing is you know, this is our shot. You can't ask for, you go in the final season, NVSL, where every meet means something. What's great is that for us, at least, and same thing with Overley and anybody else that is out there that's 4-0, 2 4-0 teams going in, this is the best thing you can ask for, is you sit there and say, hey, here's one for the division championship, whether it's Division I or Division 15, and both teams are 4-0, and you have a shot at winning it. So what we've been doing is just trying to convey the fact that we have a shot. I mean, Overley obviously is the class of the NVSL. Okay, they've won, from what I hear, something like, NVSL has been around for 50 some odd years. Overley's won half of them in Division I. Okay, so, you know, any team would love the opportunity to go up against them, be 4-0, go up against them. But, you know, until somebody knocks them off, they are the class, and hopefully we can, you know, give them a good meet.
Yeah, hopefully it will be pretty close. Now, the NVSL news team has scored out the meet, and it looks like it's basically going to come down to the relays. Who can win the majority of the relays? Overley took the relay carnival, so they have a slight advantage in the relays, but that doesn't mean your relays are still strong. Your 800 girls medley was actually disqualified, so that's an easy relay you can pick up there. Like, how are your relays looking going into this meet? Because that's pretty much what it's going to come down to.
I think, obviously, whether with Overley winning both Division I Relay Carnival and All-Star Relay Carnival convincingly, obviously they're pretty strong. And, you know, we're just hoping our guys can step up and make it close in those. And hopefully, you know, relays are only worth about 60 points when you boil it down to it. Hopefully we can make it close enough that they matter at the end during the course of the meet. And, you know, and hopefully our kids get a little motivated. Some of the relays that Overley won, that where it was close, we can, you know, sort of out-touch them here or there, and maybe we fall on the good side or the winning side. But, you know, the bottom line is there's 40 other events that are going on before we go to the relays, and hopefully we can take care of business and do well in those. So we have to rely less on the relays.
All right, now you guys have done three strategic things so far going into this meet. First one was definitely putting Alston Offit in the senior girls breaststroke. What was your reasoning behind that?
Well, obviously we thought she, I mean, bottom line is we hope she scores more there than she would in the 13, 14s. And, you know, with us being the underdogs like we are because Overly's so good, we need to take as many chances as we can, because and that's what it comes down to.
Actually, Alston off at 13 years
Right.
old will be swimming the breaststroke against Sarah DiNardo.
Right.
And last Tuesday night for a country club league swim meet at Washington Golf, Sarah and Alston showed off in the 100 IM because they swim 100 IM
Right.
meets. And Alston almost beat Sarah, so it's definitely an even matchup, and anyone could take it.
Well, it might
It's
be
a
an
smart
even,
move on your part.
except it's an even matchup in IM. Who knows what it is in breaststroke?
Well, Alston caught up to her in the breaststroke.
Oh,
so.
very good. So I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good call on your part. Now,
Okay.
another thing you guys did was when we were trying to score out the meet, none of your times were entered as their fastest times. So
Right,
was that
yeah.
were you trying to throw everyone off a little bit by that move, or?
No, there for 50 some odd years, entry times in the NVSL never, our entry sheets when the teams changed sheets never had times. Since we went to high tech, the NVSL went to high tech, whatever it was, 2-3 years ago. We just make it very simple. We hide the times, because the bottom line is, I think the meet needs to be small. Who cares about what anybody else has done? By the time you submit the meet sheet, the only thing that really matters is what's going to happen on Saturday, not what is on paper. So I think part of it also is for our kids not to sit there and worry about, oh, this team's doing this, or this is my time compared to this.
Right.
Okay? Same sort of thing here. Let's worry about what happens in the pool and not worry about what the entry times are or what people's best times are.
Very good. Now, I know Chesapeake also requested to have their team area moved on Saturday. This is their third strategic play.
And did we?
So I don't know. Do you know what the reasoning behind that was, or do you
If
not know about that?
no. I don't really know about that, but if it's where we were 2 years ago, the bottom line with it was you saw no finishes whatsoever. So I would imagine the team reps probably said, hey, we'd love to be able to watch the finishes, and so that way we have a little bit of an idea of what's going on, so we have get a better view of the meet. But I was not consulted on that beforehand, or I don't know.
All right. Well, Joe, I know you're a very seasoned veteran coach. You won Washington Post Coach of the Year 1 year coaching for Gonzaga swimming. You won several championships with Gonzaga, so you know what it takes to win. You know what it takes to get swimmers pumped up for a really big swim meet. So best of luck to you this Saturday, and I hope everyone swims well.
I hope the best team wins, and God willing, it's the red and black of Chesterbrook and the Tiger Sharks. But at the same time, Overly, like I said before, Overly is a great team, and I just hope we can keep up with it.
All right, thanks
All
a
right?
lot, Joe.